Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight 44, aka Zect44, and today we're going to continue playing some more Final Fantasy 12. Well, I'm going to just show you a little bit more about, the menu and shit. First, I did go and every single one of these is pretty much open and has the exclamation mark to, say, go and look at it. But all of this is just like, not necessarily tutorials, but just your little help menu. Traveler's tips on what actually happens. Sky Pirate's Den is basically, as it says, various milestones and feats of skill. Your trophies go here. So that's fun. We actually have our hunts right here. We only have, of course, the first one. Basically tells our quest progression too. And our bestiary. Which, this is going to be a long fucking bestiary. And, or bestiary, whatever you want to fucking pronounce it as. I just call it bestiary because fucking beast and all. However, it gives you observations and tells you about whatever the enemy is. And then once you actually kill enough, in which you actually need, or I need to kill 2 more of these, to unlock new pages. The new pages generally tell you flavor text of the world, like travelers, more tips, culture things about the area in which you find the enemies in. A lot of that kind of shit, and it makes the game really interesting. Not to mention, if you read a lot of things that are in the bestiary or whatever, you can come across some really disturbing shit when it comes to some of the enemies. That's one of the reasons why I really like the game. There's a lot of reasons why I do, but again, if you're looking for a game in which you go from point A to point B, you follow the story, and you don't really do anything of, looking around or trying to look at the world for just looking at the world's sake, then this game's not going to be for you. The exploration, going for the bosses, the story that's not really all that clear or dominant in the game, it's definitely a bit.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the, Consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Magello. I just hate to see the Consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offense in such trifling matters. Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right, gates are closed after this.
Oh, well, there's actually a little, there's pretty much a side quest that you can do right now you can only do it right now as well. Once that parade happens, I don't think you can actually go and do it anymore. But it's basically doing something with the package. I've never done it before, and you're basically doing a delivery boy service, and it doesn't really pay out. The gil you get's like fucking 50 or something around there. Oh well. These are save crystals. You go to them and, save your game, and it heals you for full. You're gonna like those. There are orange ones which allow you to teleport as well between any of the orange brownish actual save crystals. And there's also these green ones in which you actually see them, you fight them, and, well, it's one of those battles in which it's kind of like Necro, Necrofear, something like that. I don't really remember. Like Final Fantasy V, this is the first example that comes to mind. It's the last boss right before X-Death, in which it's one of those bosses in which you basically just want to kill him. Do everything to kill him, because he's the final fight you go into before a save point, which you can fully heal. So use everything you got. Use all the magic you have. So those green crystals are basically the same thing. Because after that, they get replaced with a regular blue crystal. Now the big thing we're going to want to do here is getting as much money as we possibly can. And to do that, you're going to want to steal. Stealing something, it's actually, I'm going to say, almost as important, if not more so, than Final Fantasy IX. And Final Fantasy IX, stealing gave you a lot of good shit. In a lot of Final Fantasy games, stealing gives you a lot of good shit. However, in this game, you have to rely on loot to gain money. And therefore, while you can get loot from just killing enemies, you're going to have twice as much loot, or even more so, by stealing before you actually go and kill off enemies. Now, all of these dudes are basically just going to give me one actual license point. I need to get up to 15 before I can actually heal myself. Actually, right there, when I actually got those two combo, there's a chance that you can actually get multiple combo and attack again. However, that isn't going to come up too much unless you actually try and have an equipment basically made to get high actual combos and shit. Oh, well, I'm going to show off a little bit of this area before I actually go on with what I need to do. And more importantly, before I actually continue on with the games, I do want to attempt to at least get a few levels here. But this is like a lot of other Final Fantasy games in which when you actually go and get one of your actual party members, when you level them up. Ooh, pointy hat. When you get their actual levels up, the party members you get after are also higher level. So we're going to want that to happen. Not to mention, every single license point you get now will transfer over as well to any of the other party members you get. Which basically means that if you get, before you actually recruit Pinello, let's say, like, we're going to be recruiting Pinello, not soonish, but eventually. Will be, ooh, another pointy hat, cool. I wasn't expecting that, but we'll be, like, if we have 50 license point that we got with Vaughn before we actually get Pinello in our party, she'll have, like, 50 points. Therefore, it's, good to actually go and do that. Now, I'm not going to go westward until I actually get up a few more, until I actually have cure at least. Because there's cockatrices over there, and they're fucking nasty at this point, actually. And I don't want to spend all of my actual, I don't want to spend all my potions just now. Right there is something you don't want to fuck with. What does that mean? Don't fuck with it. It has a green actual life bar. What that means is it's friendly. Keep it that way. Because that thing is at a level... Oh shit, fucking hell. Motherfucker stole my actual fucking wolf. Not to mention, he is now at a far higher level I'll tell you a story about the cannibalize skill later. Holy shit. Fuck cannibalize. What a third pointy hat. Holy shit. I'll definitely tell you that pointy hat probably sells for a lot more. Because, you know, you actually have to buy them. Because they're actual equipment. Than the loot we're getting. Except maybe cactus fruit. No, maybe cactus fruit. Actually, I think cactus fruit sells for like 63 gil or something around there. And therefore actually does quite a bit. But oh well. Hey, look at this, a treasure chest. These will continue to appear. They generally give you useless shit. However, some of them can give you good shit. And that's where this game, that's the worst thing about this game. The treasure chest system. Fuck it. Fuck it in the ass. I absolutely despise it. Everybody that ever plays this game despises it. And I'll go into specifics later. What's my license at? 10. Oh well. There's quite a bit over here. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of grinding. Just until maybe, I don't really know. I might go for level 4 before I actually go after that mark. We're not gonna need it. We can immediately actually do it right now. But, oh well, I'm gonna be... Fuck it, I'm not gonna be doing that until I get... I'm not gonna be stealing until I actually get cure. I'm pissing away through all my items. But this is gonna be one hell of an actual, one hell of a place, or trust me. This world is big. This is just one area. And going through, there's at least like... if we exclude the 3, townish areas, villages areas, there should be at least... there should be at least, like, fucking 6 areas just as big as this. And again, that's at least. I don't really remember all of the areas. Okay, we're gonna have to use another potion. Oh, I think I had to have stolen or got myself a potion. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that should be my last actual potion before I get cure. I'm gonna pretty much stop here and do my grinding. Actually, before I do much of the level grinding I want to do, I'm probably just going to show you the rest of this area. Now we actually have White Magic 1. I can cure up here. And it's not perfect, but it's still going to be pretty good. As you see there, our MP went down. As we walk, it actually goes back up. So you're going to be... This is actually one of the better things about this game, is the fact that you have so much actual... MP isn't something you're necessarily going to be running out of, especially when you have all your arguments up. So let's go and at least beat those... what was it called? Those cockatrices up before I go on to my actual... before I actually go and start my level grind. And which, this is, you know, this isn't something like Final Fantasy VI in which you can actually gain bonuses for, you know, not level grinding until later on at least. In which you can get those level up bonuses with the Magicite. That isn't this game. Therefore, if you... This game's very much a game in which level grinding is useful, and at the same time it's not all that useful. Because this game is very much equipment based, and that you're not going to be able, if you really want to get better, you're going to need equipment. You're going to want to go and get some more stuff on the license board. That will help you more likely than leveling up. But at the same time, don't skip out on leveling up. Leveling up, especially because of MP, is very, very important. But we're going to be... I'm going to talk more about the equipment later on. Actually, you have to be at least one level higher than the other ones. I am going to be getting some other techniques, specifically the Libra skill, or Libra, whatever, however it's pronounced. I use that constantly because I need the information on enemies. And to be honest, if you're going your first time into this game, get Libra. You're gonna want it because, like, if you don't have it, then you have no idea what that T-Rex out there, that dinosaur, how fucking powerful that thing is. Especially if it cannibalized something. You might be thinking that it's like 26, which it actually is around 26. But if it cannibalized something and you didn't notice because you don't have the information on him, he might be another 10 levels up, maybe even more. I don't really remember. His health's gonna go up, his stats will go up, and his damage output is gonna skyrocket. And you might be walking right into something you don't want to deal with. Trust me. But as you can see, these cockatrices are fucking much more powerful, have a lot more health, and aren't something you want to deal with until you have cure. Because they will, you know, take down your, how much actual potions you have very quickly. And again, you don't really need to necessarily go around and do all of this. But it's... you're going... because it... just like pretty much every other... well, not every single RPG I can think of, but the more people you have in your party, the less experience you're getting. If I had 3 people in my party, which that's the max you can have out at one time, I would only be getting 5 experience for that. And that's, you kind of want to do at least a little bit beforehand. Now, let's go to see that bestiary. Now it says that I don't need anything for cactoids wolves yet. So this will tell me about cactoids. And I go over an adventurer's handbook. And it'll tell me something interesting. I can get a bundle of needles. And it'll tell me probably just what, maybe like something interesting about it. Yeah, it's interesting. Like right here, sage knowledge. This one will tell me about the Damascus ester sand and shit. And it's actually quite interesting. Just reading up on that. And again, it's also very, very dark at some points. I can think of one Esper that is very, very creepy once you figure out what his little hand puppet is. I'll speak about that later, but oh well. See, for now, we're at level 3. It's only gonna take me up to level 4. Okay, I finally freaking leveled up to level 4. I've never gone up to level 5 just because that's a lot of experience I would need to get up to level 5, and it's just not worth it at this point in time. Let's go look at our license. We actually have 25 more points, which would allow me to basically go and get black magic, which I'm going to want. I'm definitely going to want that. I'm thinking next one we're going to be wanting to go and get is light armor, because up here should be magical armor. Either 1 or 2. Thing is, I actually have a pointy hat. We have quite a lot of loot to sell, and that's one thing I wanted to do here, was get some loot to definitely get all of the early magics and shit. But I did actually get another potion. I actually got an antidote as well, and some more fucking pointy hats. Now, the thing about it is, I might as well get into this now. There's 3 different types of... Actually, I'm going to wait for that. You see that little dot over there? See how there's this little regular dot for the regular enemies? And that bigger dot is specifically for marks. Therefore, that's showing us kill it. However, this first mark is not one to... It doesn't represent all of the marks, trust me. This one might be easy to kill. But don't think that's going to be what every single one is going to be like. The next actual mark has a one-hit... has a fucking skill that can kill you in one shot. One-hit kill. What does that mean? Don't go and fight it when you just have Vaughn. Don't even think about doing that. However, I'm not going to really be doing that until after Nalbina. Yeah, now I think about it, there's actually a flowering cactus, another one. That one isn't all that hard either. But, yeah, at least the reward for it's really pretty good. The 4th actual mark is a fucking bitch to do immediately, because it actually is the first mark that sends magic at you. And magic is not something that you want to be getting hit with, because it does as much damage as you think it does. It can very well pretty much do just as much damage as Cure. Therefore, in that kind of fight, you're going to want to use potions. You're very much going to want to use potions in that fight.
Galbana lilies? Never thought I'd see him growing out here. Ugh. This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
Well, since if you just go in here and out of here, you're most likely just going to be, you know, leveling up to 2. You should definitely be leveling up to at least 2. But it's definitely at least get up to 3. Because if I do take off this actual accessory, I'm going to be losing, I believe, 20 or 25 health. Which I think might just be 20. Which means that each and every single increase in health is very, very big. Now, what I was saying about equipment. There's 3 types of equipment. There's light armor, there's heavy armor, and then there's magical armor. Heavy armor, when you equip it, it gives you great boosts to your strength. It increases your strength. Magical armor is that for magic, and then light armor gives you health. All interesting, really, really good. You're going to need... What I generally do is, and when we actually get rid of these, if we actually get rid of these 2, which are light armor, you're going to see our health drop by 10 at least for each one we take off. And not to mention, the better light armors will give far more actual health. The better actual magic armors, the better heavy armors will add better stat boosts. Which, just like I said earlier, this game, especially with the license board, is very equipment heavy. And so, in the international version that Japan got, you motherfuckers, this actual, what was it called? There was this, new game minus, I believe, in which you actually played the game through at levels 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, I believe it's supposed to be. And that's crazy. You have to really use your licenses and your equipment. But it's possible. Not possible to do everything, but it's possible for the main story. Well, let's heal up, and then we'll continue on. I believe Kite's right here. That's who we have to talk to. Yeah, Pinella's worried. We're at level 4 now.
Back there. Back! This gate's closed until the ceremony's over, do you hear?
Now what?
Open the gate! All right, out the way.
Wait a second. How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy. Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did. A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch. Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobos sticking a peasant.
What'd you say?
Step aside. Right then, move them in.
Oh. That does it.
Oh, a fine chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet, too. Take a Dalmascan Barrow's wine, It may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it. Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and closest gate is ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Don't give me a scare like that. You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon. I'd best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Vaughn, wait! What is it? Vaughn!
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western on... Your Excellency.
People of Rabanastre, is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Spit on your empire! Straight back to Arcadia!
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your devotion. Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. his ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace his majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
Is Rabanasta to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
I am Miguelo, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanasta join me in welcoming you.
That's enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanasta. Why don't you call me Vane?
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
How can he stand about to him like that?
Fawn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to.
Lord Vane ever did have
You
a
know
sense of
what would
humor.
happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well... I'd do something.
Vaughn. Vaughn! You haven't heard a single word I've said, have you? This place has changed so much. It's like it's not even Rabanasta anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penel, that fete tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Miguelo to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. Come on, what do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, sky part of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe, but not through Miguelo. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
Yeah, we can finally leave Ravenaster at our own leisure. Can't wait for that. Okay, first off, what we're going to want to do, let's check 17. It's interesting. Let's go and spend it over here. I think the small swords we're never really going to be using. Swords. I don't know when the first actual ones come up. Even then, it probably is not going to be too much of a real problem. Let me think. Where am I? Okay, now let's go in here. Oh, come on. Firmly shut. Yep. This is the clan hall. If you ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, it's going to be nice. This is where we're all going to be doing quite a bit of a lot to do with marks. I bet that Moogle looks familiar. And actually, I really enjoy how the Moogles look in this game. I really do enjoy how the Moogles look. There's Mont Blanc. And this is the Moogle from, or at least his name, is the same from Final Fantasy Tactics, I believe. Haven't played that one in a while, so I don't know if it's that one or Advanced 2 or A2. We're now a member of the clan. However, we're not really going to be able to do anything just yet. Yeah, we can make purchases from our clan shop. The Bazaar. Yeah, we're going to be doing that later. We have to actually have to bar higher. This dude basically tells you more about the marks you have. I believe, so does she, possibly. I definitely know that he does. And Mont Blanc's going to be giving us elite marks. Elite marks aren't just regular marks. Regular marks are difficult. Elite marks are fucking brutal. Well, if you go for them immediately. On the other side, if you actually go on the other side anyway, there's a Gambit store, I believe. However, we're not really going to want to use it just yet, because we really can't. Because we can't really do anything with Gambits until a little bit later. Actually, I know I can't do it just yet. Nah, she's not here yet. There's just going to be this Vieira that we're going to see around here eventually. No, this is the Bazaar. It really isn't all that much here. This is the actual Bazaar, shop for the clan anyway. And while we really can't get anything but potions because we really don't have anything when it comes to, oh hell yeah, these definitely sell for a good price. But we have to rise up in the ranks to actually get anything good. And this was a very important shop too, because of one specific item we can buy here. One specific actual consumable item. Therefore, we have to go and buy them. This is the only place we can buy them. Can't do anything else. Now, when you actually go and get loot, sell it, you're going to be getting some things that, once you sell enough of certain loot, you can actually get items in Bazaar. Like, let's say, Tale of the Phoenix. This is 400 for 2 Phoenix Downs. What? If we would have bought that, or if we bought that regularly, that would have cost us 500. The potion pack, 2 potions for 70 gil. Right here, buying it, potions is 70 pop. And this one, actually, let's see about that chromed leather. Yeah, it's actually our next one. we can actually get it because, actually, it doesn't really matter because I did buy a second actual level for the regular, for light armor anyway. Because this, our defense goes up, and because our actual, it's light armor, it gives us another 10 health. Now there's just another specific, there's another guy there that's going to be important, but oh well, don't really need that just yet. With all our money we have right now, we should be able to get more shit from the shops here. Also, we have to go back to Tomash to finish off that hunt, because the hunt isn't done until you get until you report back to the quest giver. But first, let's buy some magic. Thunder's the only one I'm really gonna be thinking about using. Well, fire is also gonna be another one I'm wanna use. Blizzard, not so much. Maybe not just yet, at least. I don't really remember all too much. Let's see if we can get anything in the technique shop. If we can get a Libra actual fucking technique just yet, that'll be wonderful. And we can. Yes, let's buy it. Let's see. License. When can we actually get this? Oh, just need 20. The only ones I actually make use the Libra technique is the any of the 2 leaders I have. The 2 leaders I'm gonna have is Vaughn and somebody else, and I'm gonna make a gambit to always have Libra up. Oh look, Textera. Yes, I will go speak to the dude that's basically leaving it out. He's right here. Yep, saw you, Bill. Yeah, my bill to hunt Textera. Well, I can probably go and beat him up for you. He does have a one-hit kill move, which may or may not hit, but that's actually something you don't want to do with just one party member. Here's Tomash. Yep. What are you going to give me? 300 gil, a teleport stone, and 2 potions. Now that teleport stone is important. Remember how I said that there was teleport? You can actually teleport between the orange crystals? Well, you need teleport stones to do that. That's what we can actually buy at that clan shop. However, we're not going to be able to buy them until we get to a certain rank. And we're going to want to get up to that certain rank. I don't really remember what the rank is. As soon as possible. Let's just check up on the other 2 shops. I do have the money for it anyway. Well, the thing about all of the ones is the heavy armor isn't going to give you good magic resistance, but it'll give you good defense. Helms are basically whatever you put on your head is for magic resistance. Whatever you put on your body is for defense. So I go defense as high as magic resistance as I can possibly get. Therefore, I go for heavy armor for the body and magic armor for the head. And let's see what you can do for weapons. Now, Vaughn isn't going to stay having swords. I'm going to be going and giving him spears. There's a lot of weapons in the game, And all of the weapons... I can actually get this. I'm gonna buy that just for now. But there's a lot of different weapons you can get in the game, and all of them have different properties that are used for different things. Like the short swords, the swords in general, are good for just straight out attacking. They're pretty fast and, you know, pretty decent. They have more damage output than the daggers. The daggers, oh no, are really good for speed. Something like a katana or the ninja swords are very, very good for trying to go for combos. The actual fucking claymores and those really huge swords basically are incredibly good for damage output, also defending. Don't really remember too much what they do for combo. I don't know if they have good combo rate, but something like a spear is pretty good for blocking, I think. Good damage output. Something like the mace. The mace doesn't actually use your strength for the damage calculations, but the magic. And then there's bows, there's guns. Something like guns don't actually have low attack power, but you know, your defense doesn't do anything to them. But here's old Downs' place, and I'll end it after this. Oh, I love the music in this game.
Ah, if it isn't Von Ratsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there. Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls, a door, and a magicked stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Alan. So, where's this, magicked stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
Okay, we're gonna be going off to the Giza Plains now. Mainly because we need to get a sunstone. We have to use the sunstone to basically give the crescent stone he has power. Because it's lost its magics. And with that, we're finally out of there. We have the Thexterra actual... I don't really remember hearing that. I don't really remember hearing that piece of music. It sounds awesome, actually. Oh well. I'm going to tell you about one of the infamous parts of the game right now, before I end it. This chest. See this chest? You want to go and use it, right? No, you don't want to use it. See this? Don't touch it. The X button, don't go near it. There's... one of the chest problems in this game is that there's one chest in this game that won't spawn, that has the ultimate weapon in the game, if you take a couple of different treasure chests. This is one of them. It's unmarked. So if you want the Zodiac Spear, don't fucking touch that thing. Absolutely ridiculous. One of the worst parts about this game. I don't even know why. It's apparently part of the chest problems are again fixed in the international version, which only Japan got. Fuck you, Japan. Which I think actually there are at least rumors, for what I remember in the beginning of August, of it possibly might be getting an HD remaster, and that makes me happy, very happy. But oh well. See you, everybody. Until next time.